the face of an angel. As the whirl of the ceiling fan hovered above my head, I noticed how every muscle in my body felt beaten and battered twice over. As the effect started to wear off, I wondered how I got back to my office. Then, a note. Wasn't safe to talk. Meet me behind Ralph's bar, midnight. Probably a trap. Maybe the money wasn't worth it this time. Maybe I should think about my health this time, before it's my last time.
Rick, what the hell happened to you?
I slipped and fell.
You got a lead, didn't you? You got a lead.
I told him about Miss White and how she drugged me. I told him about how she knew something. Then I told him about the note.
Well, we need to go. You need to go. I'll follow you behind, unseen.
I think I'm dropping this case, Johnny. I'm sorry. I just don't want it to be my last.
$1 grand up front, and another $1,000 when you get the case.
Johnny knew my weakness. We were off. The whole thing stunk to high heaven. First, that broad drugs me, and then she wants to meet me. The only thing keeping me on this case is a cool $2 grand. The worst part was the rain. It was as cold as ice, drenching my jacket. It sent a shiver down my spine. Like I said, the whole thing stunk. And there she stood. The rain wasn't even hitting her.
Got a light?
As I lit her cigarette, the rain cleared. The moon shone bright and the smell of her perfume filled the air. Thanks for that drink earlier.
Hey, like I said, it wasn't safe to talk there.
And why's that, Ms. White?
So, you're Rick O'Connor. The same Rick O'Connor who used to be a lieutenant in the NYPD until he was honorably discharged because he got a little too far into the cartel. So, he tried getting a normal job, but he just couldn't cut it. So he started his own private investigation service on West Street. If there's a case the police can't handle, go to West Tower and see Rick O'Connor. That's your ad, isn't it?
She had my number, all right. You seem to know an awful lot about me. But I don't know a thing about you, Ms. White. Like why you've asked me here. Certainly not to hear my own biography, that's for sure.
There's something I've got to tell you about your client, Johnny Paps. He's not who he says he is. He got a little too far into the cartel, and we think he's double-crossing us and working for the mob.
What?
My name's not Valerie White. It's Detective Sandra Cole, NYPD.
Rick, don't believe this broad. She's lying to you. Don't believe a word she says.
I've been working undercover for a couple of months now, Connor. And because Johnny wasn't keeping in contact with us, we had to get that book the hard way.
Rick, I haven't been staying in contact. She's lying. I would never stray away from the department.
Things were looking pretty hairy. I didn't know who to believe. On one hand, Johnny has been my friend for a long time. On the other, that face. Could it lie? Snap out of it, O'Connor. She tricked you once, she can do it again.
Both of you, drop your guns. I said drop them.
I knew a surefire way to tell who was lying and who was telling the truth. Johnny here has been a very good friend of mine for a long time. But good friends are hard to find. And I never told him the reason why I was off the force. If you're NYPD like you say you are, you'll know the truth.
And I do.
Rick, you never told me the truth?
Well, what is the truth?
You went a little too far in on an undercover coke case. You were sniffing the stuff in your spare time and taking a little off the top for yourself. The department found out and you were dismissed.
It's bullshit. She's lying, Rick. Right?
Right. Johnny has always been a good friend, just not good enough. Only another cop would know the truth.
I was on his trail for weeks. We knew once you had the book, then he would come to you. So, we simply just looked up your record. The private one.
Yeah, well, that was a long time ago.
We want to give you more than just a cash reward. We want to give you your job on the force back.
Really?
Yeah.
Thanks, but no thanks. I work alone now. And besides, who's gonna take on the cases that the police can't handle?
You're an arrogant man, O'Connor.
It comes with the gun.
And tell me, Rick, how big is your gun?